Hey, everybody. Good evening. JD here, 701 Nation, episode 31. What's up, Josh? Appreciate you, brother. Josh, right on the money. Josh is always on with us. Love it, Josh. Can't thank you enough, buddy. Got a good lineup tonight, I think, guys and gals. How long do barrels last? Brian Warner, good evening, my fellow MVE. Yes, sir. Love it, Brian. Looking forward to see that every week, buddy. Brian's coming in on X. Josh coming in on Facebook. How long do barrels last? That's going to be our first one we're going to hit on tonight. And I did change the second one up. I was going to say countries with the greatest number of civilian firearms, but I think we're going to do that. I'm going to do that another time. I might actually save that. I'm going to be on with not this Friday, but next Friday with Todd on Mitchell in the morning. I think Todd and I might do that one. Good evening, One Shot Cap. Thanks for checking in, brother. Appreciate that. So instead of doing the countries with the greatest number of firearms, I'm going to go with gun ownership rates across the U.S. Got a nice list here, just up to date list. And I'm obviously not going to go through all 50 states, but I'll give you the highest, lowest, and we'll go over some, some states people listening to, or states that I'm just find interesting as their gun ownership rates, and after that we're going to go how temperature changes your bullet trajectory. I got an article here. Actually, sponsor Axe sent me this article a while back from Ron Spomer Outdoors. If you don't listen or watch Ron Spomer, that guy's a wizard at breaking stuff down, and super smart guy, way smarter than I'll ever be, and can explain stuff better. So I I dummied it down for myself, not for the viewers or listeners, but just for myself. And it sounds like it's going to be long and complicated. It's not really. It's pretty short. But I have noticed he says like trajectory is affected, right? I thought in my mind accuracy was, but and you know, I think both of them are really in my experience, but I could be completely full of shit on that. If you see me like usual, if you see me doing something else just in the beginning here, I'm sharing some stuff on some other social media platforms. So don't check out on me yet. I'm just sharing some stuff here. And then of course we're gonna have I did change the name of it to oh God, what the heck did I change it to? I changed the name of the happy ending. I changed it to the happy ending chronicle is what I didn't write it down on here. So if I don't write something down, I forget it a lot of times. So I changed it to the happy ending of the week, the happy ending chronicle. Um, Deke said it sounded like something from Chronicles of Narnia, but no, I've never seen anything on the Chronicles of Narnia. Lynette K, hey JD, hey Lynette, thanks for getting in on that. Josh Patterson says, "Old Ron really stirred the pot with his recent post with the custom engraved Trump rifle." Yeah, he did. He did. I saw that too. Hey, I mean, I'm going to guess Ron's a Trump supporter, being he's a big gun guy and a big gun guy. I mean, if you start listening to him or see the guy, you probably think, "Wow, this guy's a FUD." But nah, the dude, Ron Spomer knows a lot of shit, man. I enjoy. I listen to his podcast. I watch him on YouTube and that. But the how long are the barrels last one? I got that actually. I got that from the Hornaday podcast. I don't know if any of you guys listen to that. And I wrote a bunch of gun calibers down here, and I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. And then if you guys got a caliber you want me to tell you, it goes through the rounds between cleaning. Josh says he agrees. Yeah, Ron Spomer's awesome. The rounds between cleaning that they did when the falling, like I can't remember what the exact thing was, but I think if it was shooting an inch, and as soon as it started shooting twice that, like an inch or 2 inch group or something, that's when they cleaned it. I got the round count for when they cleaned it and the barrel life average, which like I said, we're gonna get into that for sure. I'm gonna share one more thing on I got to go to Facebook here and share to my personal Facebook page. I'm gonna share it from GAT 701 here. So just give me a second, and then we're gonna get right into how long do these barrels last, guys and gals. Well, hey, got a lot of people. I don't know if you guys missed the show last night. Guns in the 701, Clay and Deke. It was I want to say it was a little longer show, but a lot of good information on there about some North Dakota state bills that Hey, we got to get on the horn on these things. They're not in committees or anything yet, but these have just been brought up. Clay's got a whole thing on our X page at Guns in the 701 or on our Facebook page, GAT 701. Go on there and you can click on Clay's got a bunch of links to the bills. And if you want to contact your senators and Congress people about here, congressman or woman, go ahead and do that. I didn't get all of them, but I was listening to him. I was doing some reloading stuff when him and Deacons are on, but I didn't catch all of them. But I'm going to review them, and I was kind of disappointed to see one of my representatives supporting one that I really didn't like at all. So, One Shot Cap says, "What damage, if any, does tracer rounds do to a barrel?" One shot. I've actually thought of that myself, and boy, I've never looked into that, but I can say from my experience by shooting tracers, whatever it leaves in the barrel, because obviously they're flaming going down it messed up my accuracy on a couple of my ARs that I tried for, I want to say about 15, 20 rounds before it got straight again. So it must leave a lot of carbon in there. And carbon is actually the number one thing that screws with your accuracy instead of copper. A lot of people think copper does, but carbon fouling in your barrel is the number one killer of accuracy. So that's some time to clean your barrel, right? If you hear me stalling out a little bit, sometimes it's just me taking a shot of my Coors Light here, running all alone. So, all right, let's get into this. How long do barrels last? Like I said, if there's something on here or a gun that caliber you have that I'm not going to mention, go ahead and listen to Horn Day podcast number 160, and they got it all on there. It's not even that long, really. It's like an hour and 15 minutes, about as long as I like to go. 50 minutes, 75 minutes. But yeah, so what they did was they used all stainless steel barrels. And in the ARs, they used the 5.56. They didn't do chrome liner or that. They were all stainless steel barrels, and went till, like I said, the accuracy degraded, and the velocity drops. I think they said the velocity ends up dropping when the barrel is shot out like 100 feet per second. From what it normally was when they started doing it, and the accuracy went to shit. But I'm going to give you, I'll tell you what, if you guys got whatever caliber you got on here, go ahead and put it in the chats, and I will give you what they said. And carbon, they were talking about like barrel pressure, right? That's what burns your barrel. Your lands don't get worn down, right? When your barrel gets shot, your lands don't, because it seems logical, right? Like the bullet going down, it wears them down. No, that ain't what to do it. The throat on your chamber gets burnt out, and that's what screws up your whole accuracy thing. And when the accuracy, when they did the cleanings, that's what it does. That your throat gets full of carbon, and that's what starts screwing with your accuracy. And that's when it's time to clean it. Like a 5.56 to a 2.23, a military round. That's why they got a longer throat on them, so they can take more carbon buildup when these guys are in combat or shooting tons of rounds. So all right, anyway, let's get into this right now. I'm going to go with my favorite, God's cartridge, and all of these are maximum loads. They had maximum and minimum loads. Of course, the minimum loads lasted longer for barrel life and between cleanings, but I'm giving you guys all the maximum loads of what they did here. Okay, 18 wheels and a dozen 6-shooters, 30-06. I already, yes sir, I will get to that. Let's do that one right away, 30-06, because I've had a few people request the 30-06. Classic, American cartridge right there. So 30-06, see 30-06 right here. So max charge. I don't know. They didn't do the bullet weights. I want to say, they didn't say the bullet weight of what they used. But a lighter bullet has more powder, so that would increase your chamber pressure. So I'm guessing a lighter bullet would probably burn your chamber out quicker. But anyways, 30-06 rounds between cleaning, 310. So if you run, and again, they're shooting, they're saying, right, they weren't just rapid firing, they were shooting and taking it to thousands of barrels. These guys did this. It took, had to take years to do this shit. But yeah, they weren't rapid firing. They were just kind of steady pace doing it and not overheating the barrel. So 30-06 rounds between cleaning, 310 average barrel life. There was a high and a low. So the average is not going to be, this isn't what they said. This is when it's dead. Some of them they'll say will go less, of course, and some of it an average. Most people know what the average barrel life for your 30-06, 2,611 rounds, which seems most of these were lower than I would have thought they were going to be, except maybe the 308. Even a 308 was, yeah, that was lower. That was actually lower than I thought for sure too. But yeah, so 30-06, you get up 300 and 350, 400 rounds. Clean your barrel, clean your chamber out real good, and your max barrel life if you're keeping round count, 2,000, no, 2,611. 300 to 310 rounds is a cleaning. I'm sorry, I was looking at 308. Now I'm going to go to the 223, my favorite. Rounds between cleaning. I will say this too, real quick. I said they all use all stainless steel barrels. They said even the carbon barrels didn't matter. Didn't matter on barrel life, but stainless steel barrels, I don't know why, but I mean, they'll even tell you that stainless steel barrels are usually more accurate than just a carbon steel barrel. Good evening, Guns in the 701. Glad you just joined us. Let me tell you, if you missed this, Guns in the 7, I'll tell you, rounds between cleaning on your 30-06, you get to 310 rounds around there, clean it, and your max barrel life, your average barrel life is 2,611 rounds on that. So now I'm going to 223 rounds between cleaning here at Hornet. They did 401 rounds, barrel life average of 4,949 rounds, which I thought was freaking low, right? But I've never like wrote down my round. Realistically, I think I've shot out 2 of my 223 barrels. One of them I know I've had to have that many rounds in. Hey, Amelia, my cousin's on. Hi, how you doing? Thanks for joining in tonight. So yeah, right about 5,000 rounds for your 223, and 5.56 by 4.5, the military round. Higher pressures, like I said, higher pressures, and it is 388 rounds. So they cleaned them a little more often, slightly more often, and average barrel life on the 5.56, 4,734. And again, that's not chrome line. That's just a straight stainless steel barrel. They bored that out too. Josh says 204 Ruger. You got that one? I do, Josh. I'll get it to. I got lots of calibers, but that's one I would be curious to know. My neighbor had a 220 Swift. He shot the barrel out shooting prairie dogs. He didn't know much about barrels in life when he did it. All right, so 204. And like I said, I'm telling you guys, I'm not going to go through all these, but I got a big list. I just kept writing them down because I was interested in this stuff. I'm gonna actually keep these, but I know I got the 204. Where are you? 220. I do got the 220 Swift. God, maybe I didn't do that. 204. Man, I could have swore. Man, maybe I didn't do the 204, Josh. Oh, man. Yeah, I guess I did. And I do apologize for that. Hey, you're going to have to listen to the Hornet podcast. Unless I'm missing it. I do have I'll tell you what, it was very similar, Josh. I will tell you this. Very similar to the 22 250, as I recall, or maybe I'm comparing to the 220 Swift, but 22 250, between cleanings, 211 rounds, average barrel life 1,187. He says 18 wheels and a dozen 6-shooters. Says, let me guess, their precious Creedmoor is higher than everything. No, you're going to be happy to know that it isn't. I was disappointed because I do own a Creedmoor. I'm disappointed that I didn't write this damn 204 down because I was looking right at it. I could have swore that I wrote this sucker down. Anyway, it's not very high, Josh. Because it's got the small. I mean, it was. Man, I'm just going by memory. I think it was a little less than like the 5.56, right? Okay, yeah, he said he's heard the 22 250 can be a barrel burner, and that's what I said. 1,187 rounds was our average barrel life. Clean that sucker about every 200 to 215 rounds. Since you said 220 Swift here, I'm gonna just go for that. And I know my partner Clayton's listening. 220 Swift, rounds between cleaning, 218, average barrel life 1,222. So not very many on that either. I mean, that is a barrel burner to me. And like you said, they said you can go less, some got less, some got more. Let's go to the 6.5 Creed, 18 wheels set. 6.5 Creed, rounds between cleaning, 288, average barrel life. See right here, 2,230. Not very much, right? I mean, I thought the Creedmoor would be better than that, right? He says, I own a Creedmoor too, and I do like it. I hate to admit it. LOL. Yeah. And I've said this before. I mean, I love the 308, but the 6.5 Creed, I mean, light recoil, so easy to get to shoot good. Even if you're reloading, almost everything you reload shoots good in the damn thing and carries its energy farther. Sectional density of the bullets, freaking great. I love the Creed. So I'll give you guys the longest barrel life and the shortest. So the longest barrel life, 4440 Winchester, 9,016 rounds. Like everybody's got a 4440, right? No, I don't have one. Maybe somebody listening does. I don't know. Shortest barrel life, and I don't know anybody who has this one. 6.5 by 300 Weatherby. They clean this thing. I didn't even put the cleaning down because it was useless. 428 rounds, and this barrel was burnt out and started, losing accuracy and velocity. So, I wouldn't have any use for a 6.5 by 300 Weatherby. Somebody probably does, not me. Let's go to the 270, since I know a lot of people are 270 folks. Rounds between cleaning, 233. Average barrel life, 1,292 rounds. That's low, but I don't know a lot of people that go out and just bang the shit out of their 270, right? I love the 272. I don't shoot one. I got friends that have them. Josh says just a quick Google search. It shows 12 to 1,500. Not sure how accurate that is. And that's what Josh is talking, I do believe, on the 204 Ruger. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was in the. My initial remembrance was it was right in there with the 250 and the Swift. High chamber pressures, high speed. Anything that's got a small bore and a big case is going to burn that chamber out quicker. I tell you what, guys, we're coming up on our first break. If you got a caliber you want, your favorite one, I got AK rounds. I still got to get to the 308, 25-06, 30-30. I got a whole bunch of them, and I'm gonna get in a few magnums here too. But until we do that, I'm gonna tell you we're gonna go to our first break here, first commercial break. Our big three, the big three. We're gonna hit those right here. We'll be back here in a few minutes, guys, and we're gonna keep talking about how long do these barrels last.
LAUER Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at LAUER Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with LAUER, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. LAUER Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at LAUER Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's LAUER Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our
Stand
website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Yeah, hey, look, I got the moves like Michael, the flow like Aubrey. Walk around thinking I'm a prince like Saudi. Mismatched Converse, t-shirts tucked in, know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink.
Hey, JD back here, 701 Nation. Appreciate everybody hanging in. Everybody watching on X, Rumble. Appreciate you guys, Facebook, YouTube. And hey, I hope Mary's listening down there on our website. She said she was gonna. I'm gonna question her. Hey, everybody, notice wearing one of our new caps here, Guns in the 701 cap. Got the burnt orange. I don't know, it looks pretty sharp, man. I like it. Fits real nice on the head. Like that hat. So South Dakota in the house, Nathaniel's Barbershop. Appreciate it, man. Representing 605, baby. Love it. All right, so and Boom Country Hydro. What's up, Boom? Says Heller Arms EV5 barrels have longer barrel life than most. All right, I have no idea what that is, but if it's a longer barrel life, I love to hear that. So 18 wheels and a dozen six shooters. What do they say for 308? Right on, 308. Love the 308. Rounds between cleaning, 368. You get up, 360, 370 for clean your barrel on that. Max barrel life average, 3,472. See, I've always been told like, 308, man, that's like 10,000 rounds. And man, I mean, that's your average. And the high was, maybe, I don't know, it was like 800 more than that or something. So, I mean, that's not, I've always been told that about 223s too. Oh yeah, that's like 8 to 10,000. And, chrome line, like I said, they didn't do chrome line on these. Josh says 243. You bet, Josh. I can actually help you out. I can actually help you out this time with a 243. 243. Clean that sucker. Rounds about every 300 rounds. Barrel life average 1,610. Right? The 243, that's like a 308 case neck down to 24. So you're squeezing a lot of pressure in that little hole. So yeah, 6 Creed, right? A lot of people are shooting the 6 Creed now. Average rounds between cleaning 288, max barrel life 2,230, max average. My bad. All right, here's one. I know my buddy Axeman has this one. I've shot it. 50 BMG. I was surprised it went this long, but 278 rounds between cleaning, average barrel life 2,039. Boom says we have a 6.5 Creed that was passed around shows, and last I shot it, they were close to 5,000. That's awesome, 5,000 rounds, perfect. And what I say, these guys were getting 6.5 Creed, they were getting 2230 for an average. So if he was getting 5, that's damn good. I like that. Did they say anything about their cleaning process? I don't think they did, Josh. I could have missed it. I listened to it when I was at work one day, and then I kind of listened to it again and got to the point where I saw him put these numbers up and wrote them down. So I don't think they did. I mean, he mentioned something about like carbon clean. Like I said, he mentioned cleaning the carbon, and I would listen to some other ones. Like I said, I mentioned that about the copper, and they said that's really not the main thing. Let's get some other ones here. So everybody, right, knows an AK, SKS. In fact, Ruger Ranch rifle, 7.62 by 3.9. This scuzzy thing went. What? You don't like it? Nah, I mean they're fun to shoot. I'm not a big AK guy. 7.62 by 3, 665 rounds between cleaning, so that's pretty good, right? You can shoot a lot. Barrel life though, man, 7,694, and that's not like a chrome line like most AK barrels are chrome line. So a chrome line barrel would go way freaking longer than that, right? 6 arc, I mean, popular AR round coming out. Oh, and some bolt actions. Rounds between cleaning, 420. Average barrel life, 5,258. Let's see here. 25-06. I love the 25-06. Again, another big cartridge. I mean, that's like a 270. Good evening, Dan. Thanks for joining in, buddy. Appreciate you. 25-06, right? That's a 270 neck down to a 25, I believe. Rounds between cleaning was 207. Their average barrel life 1,167. Dan, what do you shoot for a deer rifle, man? I want to know what you got. I'll give you if I got it written down here. Again, if I don't got your guys' numbers that you're looking for, it was the Hornaday podcast number 160. You can catch that wherever you listen to your podcast or watch. You can watch it on YouTube, and they got the whole screen up there. Let's see, 30-30, right? 30-30. I got a 30-30. Classic. I mean, American cartridge here. Rounds between cleaning. I was happy with the barrel life on this, and that 586. Yeah, I don't even know if I got 586 rounds in my 30-30. Barrel life average on a 30-30, 7,121. So that sucker gonna last you a long time. Josh says, I was just curious because I've heard guys say bronze brushes ruin barrels, and I've heard guys say they don't. Yeah, I mean, I've heard the same thing, Josh. I find it hard to believe that bronze is that damn hard that it's going to wreck freaking, steel, right? I could be wrong. I'm not a metallurgist, don't claim to be, but I find that hard to believe too. So I use them both. I've also heard that if you're doing copper cleaning, the bronze brushes can give you a false positive on copper and that blue color. I don't know. Boom Country Hydrographic says, I will keep y'all posted on faster, harder, shoulder round as I'm just testing out our 257 SRT. Yeah, Boom says that sucker's still going. He's got like 1,000 foot-pounds of energy out of the ground yet. So, yeah, keep us up on that. But we might have to have you on and talk about that, actually. You get all your data straightened out, man. I'd love to have you on and talk about that, Boom. That'd be freaking sweet. Let me see. I'm just trying. Okay, 6.5 PRC. Actually, the governor's gun. The governor's talking. We're trying to get the governor on to talk about some of these state hunting. I'm pretty sure he's going to come on with us. Kelly's an awesome guy. He loves guns in the 701. I'm not bragging and being a dink. I mean, he loves the show. I appreciate that. He's awesome when he comes on with us. 6.5 PRC rounds between cleaning 192. Barrel life. See, this is low to me. This sucks. Barrel life average 1,095. My buddy Brad, he's got this 300 PRC. Oh, you need that big knockdown power. Rounds between cleaning 188. Barrel life average 1,076. Gene, I don't know, Gene. Brian says lots of 7mm out there. How's that one? All right, 7mm08. Right on, buddy. I'll get the 7mm08 right here. Let's get into the sevens. First I'll go 7M PRC. 207 rounds between your cleanings, under 1,000 barrel life average, 992. I mean, Kelly says that, governor says 6.5 PRC. He said if he had one gun to take around the world, and he has hunted around the world, I'm pretty sure he loves a 6.5 PRC. 7mm away. Here we go, Gene. Their boy Gene down there in South Dakota, the mayor. 7mm08 rounds between cleaning, 378 barrel life. This is a good barrel life average, 3,594. So I like that. I like that. Let's go to Brian's still talking sevens here. Brian, 7mm mag, 215 rounds between cleaning, 1,208 for your average barrel life. 300 Win Mag, another big popular, right? Big hunting cartridge here in the U.S. and maybe the world. For all I know, I don't hunt the world. Don't have a urge to, but if somebody does, I love it. 300 Win Mag, rounds between cleaning, 254. Barrel life 1,202, which not bad. I mean, and my boy Axe got this 338 Lapua Mag. Fun shooting it, got it suppressed. Yeah, we actually did the video like a home defense round through the gel. Freaking rocked that gel unbelievably. The 338. Rounds between cleaning 196, barrel life average of 1,114. Okay, that's pretty big. So they're popular here. 300 blackout, right? That's pretty popular. 300 black. I think my buddy Leon Francis has one of these, and I know Tony Moss and a few other of my buddies. Sorry, I didn't mean to say the last names here. But 300 blackout, 716 rounds between cleaning. Man, that is a lot, right? I mean, and the 300 black, I think we kind of mentioned this in Boom Country, and I were talking about this maybe a couple back here. 300 black, not really a hunting cartridge for the prairie and Midwest, but yeah, I mean, if you're hunting a bunch of trees or within 125 yards, or for that matter, a home defense round at 300 black will F somebody up. Maximum barrel life or average barrel life. This is pretty sweet. Almost $8,000. You might as well say $8,000. 7,994. So the 300 black's going to last you a long time. Boom Country Hydrographics. I have a 223 in my AR, just a basic Anderson at about 3,000 rounds and still going clean. What's cleaning? Maybe every 1,000. Yeah, so the 223, I mean, is it 223 chamber or 5.56? So the 223, they say 400 rounds clean it, 5.56 clean it at 388. I'm guessing the Anderson's a 5.56, and average barrel life 223 4,950 and 5.56 4,734 on that boom. Hey Tyson, what's up, buddy? Thanks for getting in here. Tyson, he's got the 7M MPRC. Tyson, just in case, I don't know if you missed it, but we're talking about barrel life, so I know you got that 7M MPRC. Hornady saying rounds between cleaning, what you should do is 207 rounds. Clean that baby out, get your chamber good and scrubbed out too. And your maximum barrel life for you, though, brother, is only 992. I know you don't shoot it too often unless Tyson shoots giant mule deer all the time. He's a mule deer sniping, man. I love it. 223 wild. All right, boom. They didn't. So 223 wild. Let's just say somewhere between $5,000 with the 223 and 4,700 with the right. I mean, that's kind of the way they got it in there. So, all right. So, I mean, all right. I think we got most of them. I said I wasn't going to do them all, and I damn near did. I might as well do. I got one left here. 6.5 Grendel. Rounds between cleaning 473 and barrel life average of 5,994. And again, if I missed something you guys got, you can check this out. They got the whole thing. They'll talk about it. The Hornady podcast number 160. Check that out. Good stuff on there, guys. So I'm going to check that off. How long do barrels last? You guys got anything else you want to add? Go ahead and put it in the chats here, and we'll be more than happy to discuss it. But 22 Creed, man, I'm pretty sure I said that one. 22 Creed, but if you missed it, I'll get it again. 22 Creed. 6 arc. No, man. 6.5 Creed. God, I could have swore. Nope, 6mm Creed. I did. I don't think they had that one on there, actually, 18 wheels, because he said like some of the newer ones, they were actually still running through barrels. And I think the 22 Creed is one of them that wasn't on there. So, I mean, you can listen to like I said, it's only like an hour and a little bit over an hour podcast, but they might have it on there. But I thought that was one of them that they did not. So, all right, guys and gals, we're done with that. Let's go to the next one here. We'll start it out. Like I said, I was going to say countries with the greatest number of civilian firearms, but I changed that. I think I'm going to keep that one in my pocket until, maybe we get on Todd, because I'm filling in for Clay here a week from Friday on Todd's show, Mitchell in the morning. Boom says, I missed this one. Should say heavy barrel half minute. Okay. Yeah. Heavy barrels. Yeah. They didn't. Oh, yeah. The chambers are going to burn up the same, but yeah, heavy barrel half minute accuracy is freaking good. He says, Boom says, also have a 224 Valkyrie with about 2,000 rounds on it. So far, so good. We'll upgrade that to a Heller in a bit, and the 22 Creed will be a throat eater. Yeah. Hey, the 224 Valkyrie was on the, I know that one was on the Hornady thing there, so check it out. All right, gun ownership rates across the U.S. They just did this not too long ago here. And even anti-gunners, the source was The Trace. The Trace is funded by Mike Bloomberg, and anti-gun just scumbag. And the data they got, they farmed it here from the Pew Research Center, compiled by Data Pandas, and this is 224 or 2024 224. Yeah, yeah. Right off the bat, I'll give you guys the highest. Let's go with the lowest gun ownership first, and they rounded these numbers up, so I mean they got to be close. There's a couple other ones in this, but the state with the lowest percentage of adults owning a firearm is Massachusetts at 15%. Not a surprise to me, right? What's crazy is, I mean, that's where America started and everything, out in the East. And these guys are just anti-gun, anti-freedom people now. It blows my mind. Highest gun ownership right here, our neighbors of the West, Montana, just slightly ahead of Wyoming, but Montana. And guess what? Home to some of the most relaxed gun laws the United States. 66% of adults own a firearm in Montana. Good job, Montana. And of course, 701. We're tied with South Dakota. I think South Dakota might have edged us out if you get into the numbers a little more, but 55% North Dakota, South Dakota, 55%. And they kind of break it down by region. And the number one region, I'll tell you the states in the number one region, the highest gun ownership: North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Idaho, Montana. We're right in there. We're love that, man. We're living in the right place. Of course, our neighbors to the east, Minnesota. Hey, man, most people I know from Minnesota do own guns. Minnesota coming in 43%, you know, and Nebraska, man, this is lower than I thought. Nebraska at 45%. Man, that sucks. Come on, Nebraska, get your shit together. See here. Oh, what's California? California. California is just like the East Coast. 28%, huge population of people there, but 28% of them own firearms, man. I mean, whatever state you guys are, so you're listening to a different state here. I know we got people in other, and I'm not saying you're listening now, but if you are, give me your state, man. I'll give you the percentage. This one kind of shocked me too here. Florida, right? The gunshine state, 35%. Yeah. Some of you might be aboard. I mean, this is like I got like a numbers show going on here, other than when we get to the, how air is going to change your bullet trajectory. Other than that, yeah, it's a big numbers show. So if you like numbers, let's go to Alaska. I mean, they're up there too. Not surprising to me, 65%. Good. Hawaii, 15%. I didn't even know Hawaii would be 15%. So that kind of, and these guys, they're saying 400 million guns in civilian possession here. All right, Amelia, my cousin, says Georgia and Connecticut. All right, let's go to Connecticut. Amy, 24% in Connecticut, about a quarter of them. Georgia, lower than I thought. You know, Georgia is supposed to be like, there's a bunch of rednecks in Georgia, man. 49% in Georgia, under 50. That's low. Georgia's neighbor there, Alabama, I mean, big red state, Alabama, 56. Mississippi, 56. Arkansas, 57. Oklahoma's right with us here, the Midwest, 55. This one here is a surprise to me too. You know, Texas, everybody's like, oh, Texas, man, we're in Texas. We're a bunch of gun on. Texas, 46%. Piss week, man. We almost got you guys by 10 points up here in North Dakota. So come on, Texas. Same with Utah. Utah is supposed to be this big, huge. I mean, there's gun manufacturers, 47%. Oregon, I mean, yeah, it's Oregon, not Oregon. There's no I in Oregon. So a lot of people go just like Nevada. It's Nevada, not Nevada. Nevada. It's Nevada. Oregon, 51%. I mean, other than Portland, I think, in them coastal states, there's a lot of like country. I mean, they just rule that state. With the Washington State kind of the same way. Eastern Washington, 42. But God, I mean, they're moving farther east in Washington. They're in trouble there, I think. Illinois, I mean, Chicago's there, 28%. Ugh, brutal. Tennessee, 52%. Yeah, North Carolina, they're kind of starting to go. Okay, so West Virginia is a big, like another state, like gun owning. Bunch of rednecks in West Virginia. That's pretty good. They're coming in at 59%. Kentucky's 55 right in there. Man, Ohio too. I thought Ohio would be better at 40. How about New York State, right? New York State, 20%. Ugh, brutal. That is brutal right there. New Jersey, 15%. I think maybe the mafia guys own them all there. Maine, I mean, there's used to be there might even be, I can't remember if Bushmaster's still there. I think Bushmaster is around yet. 47%. I mean, Maine's run by Democrats. It blows my mind there's that many people that own guns there. But anyways, if you got any more here I'm missing, I think I covered most of them that most people here are listening to. But what we're going to do, guys and gals, we're going to hit our big ad here, and we're going to come back. I'm going to check this one off, and we're going to talk about how air temperature changes your bullet trajectory. Like I said, sounds like a long, drawn out. It's not. It's not going to take long to get through why this is. I mean, I always knew it did something. So, I mean, it's just so many illegal gun toters. Oh, yeah. The illegal people, the felons and gangbangers and people who shouldn't own guns. They didn't test those, and they didn't question them for the. 18 wheels and a dozen shoes. He thinks those numbers are a little off. Well, could very well be. Could very well be. I mean, like Clayton says, I think a lot of people, when you ask them, probably don't even tell you if they own a gun. I mean, I'll tell you. I mean, I own guns, probably, I don't know, grand total, 12, 15 of them. I don't know. I mean, if they're going to come and get them, they can give her a go, I guess, whether they know about them or not. There's some they don't. But anyway, we're going to do our full 5, come back, how air temp changes bullet trajectory. Appreciate everybody hanging in there. Talk to you here in a few minutes.
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul's, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Like Michael, the flow like Aubrey. Walk around thinking I'm a prince like Saudi. Mismatched Converse, t-shirts tucked in. Know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink
welcome back. JD here, 701 Nation. Appreciate everybody hanging in there. I've been going on here about 45 minutes. I'm guessing we're going to go a little over an hour tonight. Maybe. We'll see what happens. I was going to tell everybody, if anybody shot in the Selfridge Prairie Dog contest, they're having a meeting. Selfridge Sportsman's Club having a meeting tonight, and they're going to decide whether they're going to have enough prairie dog. Because last year, I guess, I know there was. I mean, there was disease went through there and killed a bunch of them off. So hopefully they do. As a matter of fact, that's our listener, Josh Patterson. That's where I met Josh down there. Great time doing that. Axe and I didn't place, and a bunch of people actually listened to the show down there. So hopefully they're doing that again. Looking forward to it. They do the. Whoops, my bad. Yep. Thanks, Brian. Thanks, Brian. So if you missed it, I was saying Selfridge Sportsman's Club having a meeting. Appreciate everybody telling me my mic was up. I do. Thank you, Amelia. Thanks, Brian. Selfridge Sportsman's Club is actually doing. They're having a meeting tonight to decide whether they're going to have the prairie dog contest again. It wasn't. Mic wasn't off, Josh. It was just up like that when the mic is up, and I forget. There. That's what. Yeah. Well, if it ever does that, guys, I appreciate you telling me that though, because I do space it out and forget it. Obviously, you people who listen a while know that. What are we going to next? Okay, off of the subject there. Let's get back on it here. How air temperature changes bullet trajectory, right? I said it's not very long. It's a Ron Spomer article. Let's get to it here. He said, expect to shoot under your point of aim in extreme cold, over in extreme heat. So, yeah, I always did know the heat, right? I mean, but I always thought it was my powder getting hot in my rifle. But he says cold air is more dense than hot air, so it slows bullets. Hot air expands, reducing molecular density and drag. The result is predictable. Bullets drag higher when it's hot out. Okay, and I do notice that if I'm shooting prairie dogs, man, it seems I'm like, why is this climbing higher, when I'm shooting? Even when my powder was hot, it would still. So Ron says all of us were once ignorant about how air temperature changes bullet trajectory. So let's cut everyone some slack, right? And I was one of them. When I first got interested in ballistics, it took me a bit of cogitating. I don't even know what thinking or something, whatever that figuring it out word. I've never seen that word before. Before I could believe that cold air, which always feels brisk and light to me, could be heavier, quotation, more dense than hot air, which always feels heavy and oppressive. Yeah, and I'm guilty of that myself. I always thought like cold air was, thinner and she's gonna cut right through this but your hot air, like he says, less dense. Your bullet's gonna hit higher. I re-zero my guns on a regular basis anyways, so not all of them, but I mean what I mostly shoot, I'm missing the comments, what I mostly shoot, which is 223, I shoot that almost all the time. So I mean there's no getting around it. And it affects your powder too, right? I did a test on the temp stable powder, so I mean the accuracy maybe was right on par. I mean, if you're worried about this happening just with your powder, because if you shoot ball powder, you're gonna hit lower because it is temp sensitive, way more temp sensitive than stick or extruded. But like I said, they make the ball powder. They say it's temp insensitive, and it did hold some better velocity. And last I tested it, Axe and I, in my AR and in my bolt gun. So I don't know, but I check the zero all the time anyway, so it really doesn't bug me. And I got a ton of 748 powder, which I've noticed from, let's just say 80 degrees when it's going, 29, 2,950 something. When it gets cold, I mean, if you're getting down into like 10 degrees, it's going 2850. So close to 100 feet per second about is what that loses. I mean, not quite. I mean, tack to me, I think I've said this before, tack is more temp sensitive to me than 748. And of course, if you buy this temp insensitive powder, it costs way freaking more too. So I'm until I run out of 748, I'm going to just go ahead and stick with that and not go to and buy the more expensive shit. So let's tell you what, let's do. Let's go in. We're gonna hit the happy ending here. It's not the end of the show by any means, but we're gonna the happy ending chronicle is what I'm gonna call this from now on, right? The happy ending chronicle. Yeah, humidity. Because I mean, there's a comment here by Amelia. Yeah, humidity. I mean, the air's like a lot of people don't know. I mean, it's humid in the winter a lot of time. Like especially you're in North Dakota and it's 15 degrees, and you're like, man, it feels super cold. Like humidity's freaking high, man. It makes it way colder than that. There's a lot more humidity in the wintertime. I in fact showed that to my wife the other day. She didn't believe me. I go, here's the freaking humidity, and it was like 79%. She couldn't believe it because it was colder than it felt colder than the temperature what you'd think it would have been. But anyway, let's get to the happy ending chronicle here. After visiting a casino, a woman in Abington, Pennsylvania returned to her home around 1 a.m. on September 24th. An unknown man who had followed her, knowing she had cash in the casino, forced his way into the home. Yeah, I mean, he probably had other intentions other than just the freaking cash, too, right? Pushing her down and pointing a gun at her. The woman's cries woke her adult son, who grabbed his firearm and ran to her aid. The son shot the suspect in the arm and torso, whereupon he attempted to flee but collapsed on the home's lawn. Yeah, it hurt a little bit, huh? Getting 2 pieces of hot lead in you, you piece of shit. That hurt a little bit, didn't it? Police sent the suspect to the hospital and then arrested him on charges of robbery, aggravated assault, burglary, and carrying a firearm without a license. I didn't know they had licensing in PA, but he didn't have one. One officer told reporters he believed the woman was targeted and said, I would say if you are at a casino and you win money, take precautions. There are bad guys who put a lot of work into this. Yeah, I mean, to me, that would be common sense, right? If you win money, I'd sneak out of there. But, I usually have a gun either on me or within close vicinity where I'm going to have it on me. So, especially if I won money and got my car, there's always going to be one probably in my vehicle. And, oh, he's got a gun in his car. I'm on. Yeah, go ahead and break into that and see what happens to you if I catch you. So there, the happy ending chronicle. Happy ending is some piece of shit tried to take her money. Probably would have raped her as well, and didn't work out for him because he got 2 pieces of hot lead shot in his shoulder. And too bad he didn't get one up his ass too. That'd have been even better, right? Teach him a real lesson there. Anyways, we'll talk a little bit here. Like I said, tomorrow Clay's going to be on Mitchell in the morning, 8:15 a.m. Central, guys. Clay's going to be on 5:50 a.m. 99.7 FM here in Bismarck. I'd recommend you listen on iHeart, and because that way they can Todd can measure how many people are listening. And hey, we do get a good audience on Todd's show, one of the best. And of course, same thing goes to Dakota Mornings, which Clay and I are going to be on Dakota Mornings Monday, February 3rd. 2 hours this time, guys. 2 hours. Mike bumped us up to 2 hours. Mike loves having us on. We love going on. He gets great listenership when we're on there. And Clay and I were going to do a giveaway. We got some swag. I think we got a cap. Just one giveaway though. We got a cap. It's all going in one though. A cap, a shirt, a koozie. I think we got one of these babies too. These coasters, Guns in the 701 coasters, made by a future sponsor here. I think they are on board actually. I don't know how much yet or what we're going to do, but Horton Laser Engraving down there, Clay's neighbor. I'm glad to have you on, Horton. Looking forward to the commercial Deacons is going to make. Did some, I don't have nothing close to me, but he's done some water. Like I said, well, he done this, right? He and him and his wife. There we go. Now I can get it full. Right? These things are sweet, made out of slate. I think we might get some more of those. People really like these. I like them. Clay says going to talk tomorrow on Todd's show, Mitchell in the morning. Going to talk some of the North Dakota gun bill. Hearing Protection Act has been reintroduced. Yeah, I did see that too. Hearing Protection Act, love it. And there's there's a couple bills and federally. I think the Hearing Protection Act is trying to get suppressors out of the NFA, want to get rid of the ATF, and there's a few more. And sounds like we're going to get Governor Armstrong on again here. I'm not exactly sure of the date, but he definitely wants to come back on and talk about some state gun bills here. And like I said, Clay posted those on our X page. That's at Guns and the 701. He's got links to all of them on there. And of course on our Facebook page, which is GAT 701. Check that out. Okay, and I'm going to be on my next show. Episode 32 is going to be on the 30th, but I'm going to be filling in a week from tomorrow. I'm filling in January 24th at 8:15 Mitchell in the morning. I'll be in studio with Todd. We're gonna just keep him going with what him and Clay do, except I'm gonna be in studio. It's gonna be fun. Love being in there with Todd. Have a great time with him. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Looking forward to. Should be a good year, guys. I'm glad we got. We got Horton on board with us. Hopefully, we can retain all our other sponsors here. It's good. I did get a 6.5 Creed. I got my Creed. I got it back from Bloodline. Jake threaded that baby. Sarah coated it. We'll get a scope on it. Clean the barrel. Going to take it out, and not this weekend, but next weekend. Looks like some great weather to go out and do some gun tests. I'm going to probably get one at Axis, one or two. I'm going to head back up to the ranch. My dad's doing one up there. And, of course, again, the Brain Bucket Challenge was rescheduled for February 1st, 11:30 a.m. Central. We're going to do that. Sounds like, in fact, my buddy Leon Francis, for big friend of the show, big supporter, he's coming up. It's going to be a fun time. You know what the Brain Bucket Challenge is? We got a muley doe silhouette, and we put the Firebird target right on the head. We're going to start at 125, leaning over the truck, leaning over the truck hood, or leaning out over the mirror, right? We're going to do that. That's the only two options you got. Unless you want to offhand it, good freaking luck with that, because the Firebird target is about 2 3/4 inches around. And we hit that, and then anybody who hits that goes on to the next. We're going to move that baby out to 200 and go from there. Winner's going to get a barrel threading from Bloodline Kinetics, some decals, and of course we're going to throw some money in the kitty. You're going to get that too. Guns in the 701 says I'll probably have to talk about the antelope gratis tag reduction bill too. Yeah. If you're wondering what that is, in short, to me, it sounds like they're trying to screw over landowners on getting their gratis tag. I think Clay said it last night. I was thinking it, and Clay said it. I think they want to put gratis, landowners into like a lottery, like they do everybody else, which is, I will say this about wild game. If you look at antelope, you know where antelope mostly are? They're not out just grazing around on the freaking prairie up in our. They're out 90% of the time, if not more. They're in the damn alfalfa fields there that the landowner planted. He paid for the seed. He paid for the diesel. He planted that shit. He trims it with his swather, bales it up with his baler and his tractor, and he works the ground and has, plants the seed again. And not only that, and in the wheat fields there and there. So, they want to screw these guys over, the landowners, and then keep giving these out-of-state guys tags. No. First thing that should be freaking cut is the freaking out-of-state guys. Oh, you're a dick, JD. No. Well, I mean, I can be it sometimes, but I'm not being a dick on this. It's common sense. Why should somebody from whatever, not picking on Iowa, why should somebody from Iowa come up here and get a tag when a guy like Clayton, who works the land and has cattle on there, making beef for people? Why the hell shouldn't he get what he should go in a lottery? An out-of-state guy just comes in. No, landowners should get their tags first. I don't own one freaking. I own the land that I live on here. It's not even a freaking acre. My dad owns land, but I don't get a gratis tag on it. So yeah, that's bullshit. Clay says West River D. I don't know what that means, Clay. And then you got if after that. West River. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, check out last night's show, guys. If you can't catch it, we got the, on all our outlets there. Clay and Deacon's got the show on there. They talked about, all the hearings there in D.C. for all the Trump's appointments. Had some good stuff on there, and then they got in some two-way stuff. And like I said, these state bills here. Looking forward to. Oh, one more thing here. Clay says if it passes, there's a lot of talk to lock it up. Yeah, the landowners will lock up their freaking land, and what's the percentage of public land here in North Dakota? Like 10% or 11 or 15 or something. So, yeah, not a good idea. What I was going to say, state rifle, we were talking about that. There was a snag we ran into. We talked to Kelly and his team about it, and I think we're going to push the state gun unless, what's the word I'm looking for, Clay? Unless Kelly can do it by, They put Clay's 50 cal on it to game and fish that way. But we're going to push it back till the next session 2 years from now. Could we do it now? Yeah, we could. We have some senators who want to do it. But I think we're going to put a little more thought into it. It's not going to be a lever action rifle, guys and gals, for a various number of reasons. But yeah, we're probably not going to have a state proclamation unless Kelly can do it by proclamation and we hammer something out with him or he got an idea. There's not going to be a state gun in North Dakota for a couple of years. Clay says typed. Hold on, let me go back up here. Clay says, tried to type and sent it wrong. Words. AI sucks. Yeah, they do. Dan Brown says, haven't followed the numbers for a few years, but we do know if landowners are getting more than 50% of the tags now in most units. Do we know if landowners are getting more than 50% of tags now in most units? Boy, Dan, I wouldn't know that. I tell you what, in my unit, 3B2, I wouldn't doubt that because we hardly get any freaking tags there. I mean, I shouldn't say, I want to say, okay, like mule deer bucks were like 275 and whitetail bucks were 250, but there probably shouldn't even have been whitetail buck in the landowner, which, again, I'm going to take the landowner side on that, but, you know, I don't know what the numbers are. Clayton would probably know that better than me. Josh says, I've seen that Brock wall with backcountry is all for that. The guy seems like an idiot. He claims he reached out to landowners. Yeah, and I did see that. John Arman posted, our buddy John Arman from Ultimate Outdoor Adventures, that out-of-state people are pushing this. Right, and that's why they want to screw the freaking landowner and put them in a lottery, but out-of-state guys, no, they can just come in and get it. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't know where's Brock Wall from anyways, Josh. I couldn't tell you. I don't like when out-of-staters come in here and try and screw shit up. Josh says, I agree, Clay. Brock keeps posting shit to Big Game North Dakota pages and will not answer questions. Okay, well, maybe he's from North Dakota. I mean, people get, you know, do I wish I owned 5,000 acres of land? Hell yeah, I wish I owned 20 acres. I don't. People get jealous of people who own land, in my opinion, and get pissed. And, you know, that's not fair. And then you screw them, and that's good. Just like, property taxes, right? They do, oh, yeah, it's good as guys with all the freaking land, screw them. And they don't even live in a freaking town and they're paying for a bunch of shit in town. But, you know, I don't like that kind of shit. Oh, Josh, okay, Clayton's from Hazen. Oh, okay, he's up there in 3B. Oh, hey, Hazen's, you know, 20 miles east of my dad. So I wonder who this guy's off that. I guarantee I know somebody who knows him. I'm going to ask up there. Guns in the 701 says, not sure if 50% is the number right now, but it shouldn't be put into law regardless. So if it does happen, a landowner isn't kept from getting one. Okay, so it's not going to screw the law. Okay, so the landowners, I'm going to have to listen to them all. I think Clay's saying landowners aren't going to be in the lottery. Then they'll still get their tags. Well, which is, maybe that's what he's saying. I'm going to, hey, you guys you don't know that guy. I don't listen to Mitchell in the morning at 8:50 tomorrow. 8:15, my bad. Yeah, check that out. Like I said, Clay's going to be on there and be good. Going to be a good show as usual. I thoroughly enjoy listening to Clay and Todd. Going over, they got a good back and forth going, good chemistry. It's a great show to listen to. And I'm fairly confident in saying it's one of the best shows on 550 to listen to and 99.7 in iHeart. So, all right, guys. Like I said, I'll be back unless you have a special episode with Governor Armstrong or anything, or if I jump on with Clay and Deacons. But I'll be back Thursday the 30th, episode 32, 701 Nation. A week from this Friday, I'll put something out. But Clay's going to be ice fishing down in Black Hills. I'm going to be in studio with Todd. Brain Bucket Challenge, February 1st. Looking forward to that. And February 3rd, Clay and I are going to be on for 2 hours. Dakota Mornings with our man, Michael Bell. Going to be a good show. Michael says everybody's jealous of his guns in the 701 water flask there up in Beulah. Clay says, I have the bill posted on Facebook and X. So everyone can, yep. Like I said, it's on our Facebook page. If you don't know what that is, it's GAT 701. Facebook, it's just, or on YouTube or YouTube X, it's just at Guns in the 701. Great show, JD. Josh says, thank you. 18 wheels of the 6 shooters. Night all night to you, brother. Really appreciate you tuning in again. And had fun doing the show with you guys. Got a lot of numbers out and some information. maybe not one of the more entertaining and shows, but I mean, we got some good numbers out. I had fun doing it. I love talking about stuff. I don't want to get too geeked out on numbers. Night, Amelia. Love you too. My cousin down there. She's North Carolina. Did you say? No, Connecticut. Connecticut. She's at, and my aunt and my other cousin are down there in Georgia. So Dakla. All right, guys and gals. Thanks again, JD 701 Nation. See you guys on the 30th. Gonna be a good show again. Having some fun. Hey, check out that cap. Check out our caps online. So great stuff, Amelia. So check out. We got some new caps coming. There'll be we'll get some pictures up on our Facebook or our website, gunsin701.com, in short order. Until then, keep your powder dry. Get out there, do some shooting, have some fun.